This is RTV, Raider Television.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated.
It's back to school time!
Why are you guys happy?
Time for learning!
This is a bad thing. And fun. I hate you all.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the 2017-18 school year at Plant City High School, where it is great to be a Raider. I'm Susan Sullivan, the principal here at Plant City High School, and I'd like to introduce our administrative staff, starting with Miss Ogle, directly to my left. She is our assistant principal for curriculum, and you'll hear more from her this morning. Mr. Tim Leesburg, who is our assistant principal for administration. He covers athletics and extracurricular activities. You also hear from him this morning. Continuing in to my left is Miss Lana Smith. She is one of our assistant principals in our student affairs office. And then to my right, Mr. Chuck Henderson, also one of our student affairs assistant principals. You'll hear from him and Ms. Smith and Mr. Johnson tomorrow morning. Again, Mr. Johnson, also one of our APs in the student affairs office. It is going to be a great year at Plant City High School. Our theme is Unlocking the Power Within. And we want to make sure that each one of you is able to do the things that you need to do to be successful and to reach those goals that you set for yourself. If you need something, find one of us. We want to work with you. We want to support you. We want to help you walk across the stage in May of your graduation year. Again, on the 4-year time period. It's going to be a great year. We are glad you're here.
On everybody, I'm going to see until united. On everybody, I'm going to see until...
Good morning, Raiders. My name is Mr. Hamilton. I'm the RTV teacher here at Plant City High School, and I have a few announcements regarding some sports. For one, all boys and girls cross-country athletes and those that are interested in running this season, please go to HO2 immediately after the bell rings. So that's all cross-country boys and girls and those that are just interested in running. Go to HO2 immediately when the bell rings. There will also be an informational meeting for anyone interested in playing fall softball on Tuesday the 15th, directly after school in HO2. Any questions, you can go see Coach Bullion, but there will be an informational meeting for fall softball on Tuesday the 15th. And anyone interested in playing girls soccer, there's going to be an informational meeting after school on Monday, August 14th in KO6. If you have any questions about that, see Coach Bennett, and she's in KO6 as well. That's all I've got for you today. You stay classy, PC Raiders. And now a message from Mrs. Sullivan.
As students at Plant City High School, there are some things that we expect out of you. Our core values here at Plant City High School are respect, which means you treat each other and yourself, your teachers, your fellow students, you treat them with kindness and with respect. Yes ma'am and no ma'ams are really helpful. It makes us really want to help you when we hear those manners. But we ask that you respect each other's property. That would be, their belongings. And also to respect our school. Take care of our building and treat it with pride. Our second core value is accountability. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to hold you accountable to be to class on time, to be at school every day, to work hard in every class, and we want you to hold each other accountable as well. We want you to reach your potential. We want you to be prepared for life. And the only way that's going to happen is if we hold each other accountable. So we're expecting great things out of our students this year. And the last one is pride. We want you to demonstrate your pride in our school, in your on your teams, in your clubs, by wearing your school colors, wearing your team shirts. We want to see you at our school events because it is great to be a Raider, and we want this community to know how proud we are to be Plant City High School Raiders. I do want to go over a few things with you that you are going to need to know and take care of today, and maybe even this evening with your folks. Each one of you is getting a folder today in homeroom, and in this folder are lots of important information. You have information that is going to help you make decisions. It's going to inform your parents of stuff. First and foremost, you have what we call your emergency card. Many of you have one that's pre-printed. It already has your name and your address and your parents' information in here. It is crucial. Okay, if you don't know what crucial means, it means very, very important that you return this tomorrow with any updates. If your address has changed, we need you to change that on this card. If your contact information, your parents' numbers have changed, we need for you to change that on this card. If there are changes in the head of household or in the emergency contacts, those people other than your parents, you need to get that information corrected on this card, because this card, the information on this card, is what we use to make our parent link phone calls. Now I realize some of your parents get tired of me calling, but it's important that they know what's going on in the school. It's also the information that we use if there was an emergency and you were hurt or needed your parents to come to school right away. Or if you're just, not feeling well and need to go home, this is the only information that we have to be able to call an adult to pick you up. And if it's not correct, it makes it very difficult for you to check out of school or for us to reach someone in a case of emergency. Please take time to discuss this with your parents and make sure that you have the correct and accurate and updated information on your emergency card. That is extremely important. You also have what we call our Title I School Compact. Our high school, Plant City High School, is a Title I school. That means that many of our students receive free and reduced lunch. And as a Title I school, we have to provide a compact to you and your parents about the responsibilities of our school, the expectations of you, and the expectations of our students. And so I want you to take time to read this with your parents, and then you all have to sign this. This too has to be returned tomorrow. There's a student code of conduct. Again, information that you have to sign saying that you will review the code of conduct. It's online. We don't hand you a book anymore. It is online. And that you agree to follow the code of conduct. That must be signed by you and your parents and returned tomorrow. We also have a media release. There are times when RTV is out videotaping, or the Plant City Observer or Channel 8 comes to do a report or a pep rally. In order to participate, you have to have this media release signed. We need you to have that signed by your parents and returned tomorrow. There's also an application for a Healthy Student membership. I'm not going to read it all to you, mainly because I don't have my glasses on and I can't see those small letters. But take time to read that with your folks and return it tomorrow. There are also some information that we want you to return, and we hope that you'll take time to do that. One is being a PTSA member. We want you to join, and we want your parents to join. First of all, it supports our school. And second of all, for our students, there are lots of benefits from being a PTSA member. They do weekly treats. They do all kinds of stuff where students who are members of PTA get some special benefits. It's $5 per person, so we want you to join. We want your parents to join. We'll even take your pets' memberships. We're not picky, so $5, and you and your household, we would love for you to join our PTSA. There's also our Raider Champion information. This is a way for parents and businesses in our community to support our school, and there's lots of different levels, and on the back it tells you about the levels and what benefits you get with that. Again, if your parents own a business or if you're an athlete, I would encourage you to purchase the athletic package, because it provides you with those cards that get you into all the games, well, regular season games, for free. So again, look at that information. We've got a volunteer form if your parents want to volunteer. We'd love for them to fill that out. And yes, we want your parents to come to school. We have lots of work that needs to be done, and we'd be glad to put your parents to work. So again, that's from our PTSA. Make sure that your parents complete that. Our PTSA, again, is selling the Bourbon and Bowtie Raider bracelet. So if you want to purchase those, or your parents do, make sure you take care of that. And then there's also reflection information from our PTSA. All of that stuff is we'd love for you to sign and return it, but it doesn't have to be tomorrow. And it isn't required. Remember, we have some required stuff. We also have a Raider resource for you. This is for your folks so that they know who to contact. If they have a concern, it gives a lot of our policies about attendance and school business and checking in and out. It has the bell schedule in it. Again, a quick and easy read for your parents to know all things Plant City High School. There's also information about applying for a free and reduced lunch. You do have to do that every year. Information for you to do that. There's some other information about with the school health programs. More PTA stuff. PTA gave us a lot of stuff this year, so make sure that you read that. Make sure your parents read that. Lots of opportunities for them. And then we also have information about our yearbooks. Let me just tell you, we have a great yearbook at Plant City High School, and you need to buy one. They're $75. And I'm telling you, if you get it now and get it early, it's going to cost a lot less than if you wait till the end of the year, because the price goes up. So go ahead and purchase your yearbook. You don't have to bring those back today, but we want you to do that very quickly. There's also information about the sports tryouts. There's other information from our superintendent. Make sure you read that. Again, I'd read it to you, but I don't have any glasses on. Information about bullying. We got all kind of stuff. A lot of it is just to read, but again, there's those key pieces of paper that we need for you to read and sign and return to your homeroom teacher tomorrow or to your first period teacher, so that those things can then be returned to the appropriate office. So that's your first day packet. I know that's a lot of stuff, and maybe you want to save some of it to read this weekend. But again, emergency cards, we need corrected and completed and returned. So that's your first day packet. I know your parents get those every year, and if you got siblings, you're going to get a bunch of these at home. But please take the time to make sure you complete the information and return it. All right. I also want to talk a little bit about a few of the keys that will help you be successful this school year. Like I said, our theme is Unlock the Power Within, and we know that within each one of you, there are areas that you are very strong in. For some of you, it may be athletics. For some of you, it's academics. For some of you, it's art or music. And we want to help you find that passion and then pursue it and excel. So that's our goal this year, is to help you find that area where you can be a rock star and give you the support that you're going to need to be successful. Now, we want everybody to be successful academically. You see, because everything you do at high school matters. Now matters. Today, tomorrow, next week, the week before Thanksgiving, the entire year. Because you have got to earn the credits that you need to graduate. And the only way that you're going to earn those credits is if you're passing your courses. So we want you to pass every course that you take. And we want you to pass it with decent grades, because an F doesn't pass, quite frankly. And you got to earn those credits to graduate. And our goal, like I said earlier, is for you to graduate in 4 years. We don't offer the 5-year plan. If you take longer than 4 years, then we're going to find somewhere else for you to go to school. Night school, one of our career centers, somewhere else other than here. So work with us, and we'll work with you to be successful. Ways that you can be successful academically: be here every day. There is no reason for you to miss school. None. In fact, this is your job. And in the real world, because we're preparing you for life, you have to show up at work every day. And if you don't, you don't get paid. And if you don't show up, then you get fired. So we want you to be here each and every day. Even if you don't feel good, you come home to school. You'll feel better once you get here and eat some breakfast and get involved. Come to school every day. Because you see, this year attendance is going to also determine whether or not you're in good standing with the AP office. And if you've missed too many days, then you aren't going to get to do the fun things. If you can't come to school on a regular basis, then you're not going to homecoming, and you're not going to prom, and you're not going to all those extra things. So you need to be in every class every day. And not only do you need to be in class every day, you need to be there on time. Now, we've adjusted our bell schedule a little bit this year. So you're going to have to leave one class and book it to the next class. You're not going to have time to dilly-dally around. So we expect you to when the bell rings, to get your belongings and move immediately to your next class, because you've got a 5-minute passing period. So be at class every day, be on time every day. And then you need to work hard in each one of your classes. You don't have time to lay your head on the desk. You don't have time to be playing video games or whatever you play on those cell phones. You need to be engaged and work hard in each and every one of your classes, because now matters, and each class that you're enrolled in matters. We want you to have a great year, and we want to support you. If there's anything that we can do to help you, then we're going to do that. But we got to have you work with us. So here's to a great 2017-2018 school year, because Plant City High School is one of the best high schools in our country, and we want everybody to know it.
And now, a message from Mrs. Oble.
Good morning, Raiders. We are so glad that you are here at Plant City High School for the 2017-2018 school year. As you're sitting there in homeroom, do me a favor right now. Pull out your schedule. It should be sitting on your desk. You should have already taken a picture of it, because some of you guys are going to lose it between now and third period. And I want to talk about schedule changes. What we addressed the very first day is what we call critical schedule changes. So if you look down at your schedule and you happen to notice that you have 2 second periods, that would mean during second period, you would report to the media center to have us adjust that. If you notice and you look down at your schedule and you have no 5th period, no, it's not a blessing. It means there was a mistake, and you also would need to come down to the media center so that we can address that. Now, if you happen to look at it and you think, oh, well, I ended up taking Hope during the summer through virtual, and I'm scheduled for Hope, that is not a critical change. Those will not be addressed until next week. And at that time, that's when schedule change request forms will be available. So these first few days, today, tomorrow, only critical changes will be addressed. If you get into a class and think, I really don't like this elective, that's not critical. You will wait until the following week, where you will receive a schedule change request form. You will pick that up in front of guidance when we make those announcements on RTV, and we will go from there. While you have your schedules out, and we're going to do this a couple times, I want you to look at your 5th period class, because your 5th period class is what determines when you will go to lunch. At Plant City, we have 2 lunches. We have A lunch and B lunch. And so then we have a class, so to speak, and a B class. So if you look at your schedule and you notice that you have your English class, 5th period, when you leave your 4th period class and the bell rings, you are going to report directly to lunch. And then when your lunch ends, you would go to your English class. Your homeroom teachers, every class period has a copy of the lunch schedule. Again, we will come on during 4th period and make sure you understand that it is your 5th period class that determines when you eat. You may not know, and if you have any questions, ask a teacher. You may have an elective in social studies and not realize that it's a social studies class or something under physical education. So again, you'll have that opportunity at the end of 4th period to make sure you know where you're going. The last thing that I want to talk about is semester exams. I know it's a little early, but I do want to actually discuss those of you that perhaps did not show up to take your semester exams last year. What happens when a semester exam is not taken or an EOC is not taken, you actually receive an I on your report card, and it results in an F for the semester. So you might be going into an exam with a B, not show up and take your exam, you will get an I, and then you will fail for the semester. I am offering all of those students in that situation out of the kindness of my heart, that you can come in on August 19th, which yes is a Saturday, from 9 to 12, and you may take your exam. We do have a list of all of those students that have the eyes, and either myself or a success coach or a reading coach and some other support personnel are going to assist me in actually touching base with you individually. Because again, if you have your quality points, we want you to earn your credit for that semester. So mark your calendars now. If you miss semester exams, those are August 19th. Those of you that did take exams over the summer, most of them have been scanned, but there are a few that still need to be opened. They only allow us to scan them on Fridays. And then if it has a performance piece, such as in English, the essay, then we have to wait for it to go back to the teacher. So any of you that are wanting to double check on an exam taken during the summer, please wait about 2 weeks, and you're more than welcome to come down and see me in administration, and I'll make sure that it is entered in your transcript in your permanent records. Raiders, again, we are so glad that you are here and that you are unlocking the power within, and that for all grade levels, starting with 9th, now matters. Have a great school year.
And now, a message from Mr. Leesburg.
Good morning, Plant City Raiders. My name is Tim Leesburg. I am the Assistant Principal for Administration. A few things that I am responsible for that may help you guys as you go through the years here. First is athletics. If you're interested in playing any sports, currently we have all of our fall sports going on. You can see me in the main office. We'll get you an athletic packet and connected with the coach that you might want to participate in that sport. As we move into October, we'll have other sports starting up for the winter seasons, and then once we move into January, we'll start practicing for our spring sports. Another thing that I'm involved with here are the clubs. If you'd like to get connected and do not want to play a sport, we have several different clubs that you can be involved with here. We'll have a club fair in a couple of weeks. It'll run during the school day with your math teachers taking you on a little tour of the club fair. That'll be a couple of days where you can pick up applications and join the clubs that you choose. The last thing that I'd like to talk about is the facilities. The custodians have worked extremely hard over the summer to get things ready for you guys to come back to school. We want to take pride in the school here, and we want you guys to help out with that. So if you see people messing up or trying to peel the paint on the walls or scratch up the floors or the desk, let us know. We want to address that. We want to keep the school looking nice. If you guys can take pride in this school just as much as we do, I feel that this could be a beautiful year for all of us and a great success. So if you have questions about sports, clubs, or things going on with the facilities, if you notice something that's broken or whatever, come let me know, and I'll do what I can to help you guys. Thank you. Have a great year, Raiders.
Good morning, Raiders. It's Kyle Hamilton with an important announcement. Ms. Robles would like to congratulate the math department for earning a 98% pass rate on last year's Geometry Honors EOC. I myself got a 4 on that very same EOC thanks to the beautiful, talented, and amazing Ms. Robles herself. Let's push that number up to 100% this year, Raiders.
Summer's over, now it's the first day of school. Getting paper, but you know I got on new shoes. This year I'm focused, but I probably end up acting a fool. Now I'm turned up, me and my partner's got the same homeroom.
Got to school, it's the first day back. Yeah, it's kinda whack, no books in the pack. Got the hat and shirt with the shoes to match. Man, I'm killing the game, I'm talking full attack. On for fully charged, time to count some digits. 5 minutes left, first class statistics. You know the teacher happy, man, she ready to kill it. She about to have us taking notes while she passing out syllabus. Woman sit next to, I had to see. Not trying to fail, man, it just ain't me. So either smart Asian kid like my man Mickey G, or a little study buddy with the giggles. Hee hee. Thanks, you looking good. Teacher about to be mad at me. About to hit the math, but I'm thinking anatomy. Weren't you in that movie, Miss Congeniality? At least give me your number, babe. What's your nationality? It's really new girls, man, they always trying to play. Now where was I at? Oh yeah, the first day. It's the first day back. It's the first day back. And your boy Dre killed it on that first day.